Hey everybody, welcome back to Agency Squared. Today I wanted to talk about the $15,000 automation. So just giving you some background and some context, I had a client who was a local realtor and they were specifically a selling agent, so a listing agent. And they came to us with a couple problems. So she approached us saying that she had problems in terms of her lead management. She was extremely busy. She wasn't able to manage all of her leads, stay on top of it. She was following up way too late with the leads. They were getting cold, and she wasn't able to maintain that, consistent level of engagement that they require, especially in this real estate niche where you have to be fast, you have to be on top of it because of how competitive it is. And she also just couldn't keep track of all of her social media. She had Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and she was getting messages from all over, but she's not checking every single app. So obviously, this led to a lot of issues within her business, and she needed some sort of system to automate and increase her productivity. So, given all of that, we had a high level solution for her, and then we built automations which fixed all of these for her. Obviously, if you've been watching the channel, you know that these are problems that are very easy for us to solve, given the tools that we have, especially with high level. So we provided her with the all-in-one inbox. We did automated follow-ups and nurture campaigns for all of her new leads that came in, as well as the existing database that she had. We put them into like a nurture campaign. And then we also implemented a missed call text back. So for all the calls that she was missing, there's an automatic text message, which I'm sure you've seen on my channel at this point. But now going back to the $15,000 automation, there was one automation that we built that genuinely was worth $15,000. We actually had an automated message from a missed call that saved her a surefire sale. So it's really cool. I actually love this screenshot. It's something that just embodies basically what this automation was able to achieve. And I use this story all the time when I'm pitching to prospects or when I'm speaking to other realtors as well, because they immediately get the value of what something like this can do. So this is the conversation. Basically, what happened was there was an inbound call that she got in the afternoon and she wasn't able to pick it up. So this is a common theme. She's very busy. She's always on the go. She's doing showings, she's going to client meetings, all of that. So what happens is whenever she misses a call, there's a auto message that goes out, and then this can vary. So sometimes it's the same minute, sometimes it could be up to like 3 4 minutes to make it seem more human. But it basically says, hey, it's Kat from her brokerage. Sorry I missed your call, what can I help you with? Now this is a completely automated message, but the point is that it keeps the leads hot and engaged. You're responding to their inquiry immediately and they're not drifting off, and that's exactly what happened here. So there was actually a response actually a minute later saying, oh, thank goodness you responded. I got your number from Cheryl. I was just about to call Rob over at XYZ, so some other brokerage that was nearby. She had a property that she needed to sell as soon as possible. Now, my client was recommended, so she was her top choice. And because of this message, the client was like, okay, there's still hope that I can meet with this realtor. I don't need to move on and look for others. Because look from the client's perspective. If they call somebody, there's no pickup, there's no engagement after that, you don't get a call back, you don't get a text, and you need to sell something fast, you're going to move on to the next realtor and go with whoever picks up first. So that's what this text message was able to achieve. So please call me whenever you can. That's secured. And then what happened from there is the house went on to sell for 1.5 million in one of the shortest sales cycles that my client ever had. So I think she was going through some tax dispute with her estate and she needed to just offload this property. So it was a relatively simple sale for my client, but the whole point of it was that we genuinely believe, me and my client genuinely believe, that this sale simply happened because of that automated message, because God knows where she would have gone. Because my client didn't actually call her back for like an hour or two after this, but she waited because it said call me whenever you can. I think my client might have texted saying, sure, I'll get to you later. But the point is that this is what that automation was able to achieve, because if she called Rob and Rob picked up, who knows how far that would have gotten. So never underestimate the power or the value of automations, because when you see it in actual business practices like this, there's immense value to be made. This is how you need to translate the value and communicate it to your clients and prospects when you're pitching, because this is really what it achieves. The end result is what you have to sell and what you have to show. Not that, oh, when you miss a call, a text will go out. What is that actually going to achieve? What is the outcome of that? Which is leads are going to be hot. They're going to be engaged. You can communicate on the go as you're texting them instead of having to call them. You can disqualify leads. If they were calling for something that you can't help with, and then they text you what that is, you can just respond, hey, sorry, I actually don't do that. Versus you calling them, you're on the phone stuck with them, and then you end up having a 15-minute conversation to somebody you don't want to talk to, that is asking for something you can't even do. So, I mean, things like this, you have to communicate the end result and the value. And then that's how you're able to make these sales, and that's how you're able to justify the costs of what you're asking. So, I love this example. I love this story. I think it perfectly highlights what we're trying to do here and what we're trying to achieve. And now, if you want to build this yourself for local realtors or different businesses or similar automations to this, you are able to join my school. It's a free community that we've built. It's free until 150 members. I launched it 2 days ago. We're already at 80 members and we're growing pretty fast. It's an extremely engaged community. I'm very proud of how interactive everyone's being and how motivated people are to build these automations to add value to businesses, and just how creative people are in general. It's really cool to see. But in terms of what you can expect in there on my side, I've built all of these resources and these courses here. All of them are free for you to access. How to get started, how to build automation, stories about my clients as well, similar to this. A setup guide for using high level. Pretty much everything you need is in there. It's free to access. So if you're watching this video, just jump in, sign up for it. I hope it's still free when you see this. But yeah, this was my $15,000 automation. The reason why it's 15,000 is she gets 1% of that 1.5 million, hence what her commission check was. But yeah, hope this was insightful.